But we were both, I would say, under the impression that this could still possibly be happening because of the lifestyle of these young kids. And as John has brought up, what happens offset.
Well, I'm very excited to be speaking with John Lacy and Rachel Bailit, the director and star of Everyone Asks About You. Honestly, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for
Happy to
having
be
us
here.
on. This is a lot of fun. Thank you.
Honestly, I really appreciate this. This is a heartbreaking gut punch sort of film,
Mm.
and it's such a beautiful piece. Where did it come from?
Oh, wow. I love that. Where did it come from?
Here, yeah.
Yeah, I wrote it for Rachel with a lot of love, and I wanted Rachel to have a role that she's worthy of, that she
Mm,
hasn't been given the opportunity. But where did it come from? It came from my love of French New Wave and the films that I've really been absorbed and consumed by the last couple of years. The Italian neorealists like De Sica and Antonioni, always Cassavetes and Hal Ashby and Sam Peckinpah. Um, and Fellini, all these filmmakers that I spend so much time studying. I drew from all different parts of their style and their film language. Tarkovsky also, and then I found the right cinematographer, thankfully, through our good producer friend Ursula Rudorfer. She introduced us to Dennis Maloney, which I'm happy to say was the first union cinematographer I've been able to hire. This is my third feature and my first union cinematographer, and Dennis really delivered. But what was not only did he bring the talent, he brought his wisdom and maturity,
mm,
and he was the first cinematographer I've worked with where every reference, all of my film vocabulary was music to his ears, and I didn't have to teach him anything.
mm,
We were able to just to sit in my apartment in Santa Monica and have a stack of films and go through them and highlight all the images that inspired us and the ones that we wanted to borrow from to tell the story, the visual story that we wanted to tell. And that was thrilling. So where did it come from? It came from my love of that period of film, French New Wave, Italian neorealism, and the Cassavetes, Henry Jaglom era, late 60s to 70s, but telling a contemporary story with a fantastic actor at the center of it. But the whole cast was really pretty special. I have an embarrassment of riches when it comes to actors to choose from with all my friends for the 3.5 decades I've been out here. So that's where it came from. I'm very proud of it. Rachel really dug her heels in and gave me something extraordinary. So I'll let her take over. That's all you get. That's all you get from me today. Take it from there.
No, we need more.
Yeah.
well, honestly, Rachel, or I'm sorry, yeah, Rachel. This character is, I mean, it's such a beautiful character in so many ways. Simone is, she's broken, she's earnest, she's loving. There's so many things going on there. What is it that breaks your heart, or do you love most about her?
It's the last screening we had of it in Boston a month ago. I hadn't seen it in a while,
Mm,
and it just really broke my heart. The scene in the bathroom after in I don't want to give the movie away, an incident. And so as I get further away from it, I get more objective. So I love Simone's passion for Jack, for wanting to stay in the industry. I can relate to all of that, but to never be taken seriously
mm.
and then to have to pay a consequence at a mature age again, you know, it's heartbreaking. And love that John made me strong in that I could speak out about how I felt, whether it was teasing him or ridiculing him. But I had an outlet. I wasn't a silenced victim. I had an outlet, but my outlet, as you know from the film, is can be very eccentric,
Mm.
um, like I'm bursting at the seams of this kind of behavior that I've had to endure in Hollywood for so long.
What with the two of you working together? I mean, what were these conversations like? As your characters are so toxically entwined is the only way that I can think of to describe it.
Yeah.
In your mind, I mean, I know that certainly there's great deal of trauma at the beginning of it, but is there a relationship there, or is it just
There
broken?
has to be. There has to be. I knew right from the outset of writing the script is the film only works is if you feel like Jack and Simone have something and there's a love between them, and that yes, you're pulling for them, that you like them as a couple, that you like spending time with them. If you don't, if Jack is just an asshole, if it's revealed too soon the lengths that he's gone to compromise their relationship, I've got nothing. There's no point in following the story. You can't invest. You have to care about these two. But I think the real answer to your question is preparation and how did we handle it, building up maybe between the lines, the real relationship, and then making something on screen. Rachel was insistent that I play Jack, and I was leaving it open that I was going to maybe find the right actor to play Jack Downey. Rachel was insistent it was going to be, and I kept warning her and kind of reminding her that I don't think it's a good idea for actors who write and direct to also step in front of the camera. There have been examples that have worked heroically. Kevin Costner, Dances with Wolves. More recently, Bradley Cooper, A Star is Born. I'll give you one that I don't think worked as well. I think Denzel Washington, if he would have brought in someone like Carl Franklin to direct Fences, it might have been another Oscar for Denzel. Not that Oscars are what we do this for, but I felt like Denzel Washington could have done August Wilson's text a greater service had he not had the burden of directing the film. So that's been my philosophy of actors who are also writer directors standing in front of the screen. So I wasn't going to. I was going to find someone. Rachel insisted I did it, and it wasn't until Valentine's, the February of 24. We're having dinner, and I suddenly dawned on me the only way we can do it is if we start doing it right now. If we start tonight role playing these characters. I start talking to you the way Jack would talk to you, and you start responding as Simone. And neither of us flinched. And from that moment on, from that night on, we created a new kind of shorthand with each other. And so, how do we slide in and out of that and also function in our daily lives? We
Well,
have things going on. I would text her and let her know this is a text coming from Jack. And
mhm.
she would immediately respond as Simone. So then, when I pick her up following that text to go to lunch, to go to dinner, to go to the cinema, we're in Jack and Simone mode.
We were
She would dress
improvising.
differently.
Hmm.
I would dress differently. And we created these characters so that the months leading up to filming, the role playing was informing the characters. And I said, and what it taught me was, or what it revealed to me was, I can do this now. Now that I know I can flip back and forth in my daily schedule between what John has to do and what Jack is setting out to do, I can do it on set. But I needed to prove to myself that I could switch seamlessly without being hung up because with a film budget like this and a 14-day shoot schedule, you don't have time for hand wringing and for waxing philosophical and set about things. You have to move quickly and efficiently with preparation. And so I hope that answers your question.
Absolutely. That sounds like a terrible Valentine's Day too. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, once the imagination takes over, all things are possible. No animals or children or women were harmed in the filming of Mastermind.
well, you shot all this in 14 days.
Yeah.
What's that experience like for you both? Like that's a lot of pressure to get it. Now I see there was a huge build up towards it, but still to hit these
40% of the
goals.
film was shot right where we're sitting right now. So
Yeah,
when I write for it has to be location friendly to do that. So when more than a third of your film takes place in one location, that's a good start. I'll let
yeah.
Rachel
The
go from
only
there.
day that was really stressful was when we were in a rented location and we had to get out.
Yeah,
And I had this incredibly long speech in the agent scene, and
yeah,
my tongue
yeah.
decided to go out on me that day. But no, I think John and I have been acting a long time, and the fact that we are in relationship made it, we're pros. It made it easy. It wasn't like working with stranger. And we did it, we came loaded, we came prepared. John and I both teach acting. Preparation is a huge part of what we do and what we teach. So that made a huge difference.
Yeah. And a really great crew. Skeleton crew is misleading. This is as lean as it gets. but with a group of artists and
Who cared?
collaborators who cared, and every day we're just on point. And we didn't do crazy 15, 16-hour days, even if maybe even just a couple of 12-hour days. So that's how efficient and prepared we were.
Wow. Oh, that's wild.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Thank you. It's we're very proud of
Yeah,
it.
we hope it encourages other people
Yeah,
that they can do it too.
yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Now, I mean, without getting into too much of the story here, this is a film also that deals with a great deal of the abuse going on within Hollywood. And there's some very difficult topics that are breached here, specifically, ways that children have been taken advantage of and whatnot through this story. As you're writing this and from your experiences, have you seen progress in this area? Have things changed, or is this really opening up something that is still going on and is highly prevalent in your mind?
I think it's beginning to change with the documentaries on the children's shows, Quiet on Set, different shows,
Showbiz
Showbiz
kids.
Kids. I'm involved with the union. We got the union involved in one of our screenings in San Francisco to have someone from the Young Performers Committee come in and speak. I am trying through some contacts I have to have it shown in Sacramento where legislators can see it. So we can try with our local contacts to make a difference. We know SAG has implemented some rules that really SAG after our Screen Actors Guild have really made a difference in implementing where the parent can be now. They can come to the audition room. But we are both, I would say, under the impression that this could still possibly be happening because of the lifestyle of these young kids and as John has brought up, what happens offset.
Well, this is one of the things I love most about a film like this is that it gets these conversations started and hopefully can remind people of the power of these
Amen.
moments. Uh,
Exactly right.
Right, bring shedding light on something is so important to us, this subject matter. And there are organizations that there's a women's survivor group in Hollywood that wants to throw an event with us. There are people that have reached out that are Harvey Weinstein survivors, and you know, so it exists here. And we hope that we keep having conversations in the screenings that we have coming up.
Yeah, and we hope and I'm kind of leading the witness here, but hope that you recognize and appreciate it. There's no children in this film, so we didn't subject children to this. There's no nudity in this film. The violence is so quick and almost it's stylized to a point of it's left to the imagination and through storytelling and through performance.
hmm.
And far too many filmmakers lean on the very easy, lazy visual devices to tell their stories. We don't need children. We don't need so much nudity. We don't need so much violence. It's really overdone. And I think it's abusive to an audience that doesn't maybe know what they're walking into to suddenly be looking at just so many things that filmmakers subject their audience to that I just think I think they're reckless and I don't know. It's not about censoring anybody. It's about what are we doing? The
Hmm.
imagination is so much more powerful. And do we really need to be further exploiting? I mean, are you really helping a situation? I always use Tarantino's Natural Born Killers as an example. Here's a film that Oliver Stone and Tarantino collaborate on, and it's supposed to be about how media sensationalizes violence and the violence of society and guns and the wickedness. You can't make that comment while doing it better than anyone else ever could, right? You can't make that comment while sensationalizing it far better than the media ever could with really sexy actors and all sorts of visual techniques and Rodney Dangerfield and laugh tracks. Talk about hypocrisy. It's the ultimate hypocrisy to be condemning something while glorifying it simultaneously better than anyone's ever glorified it.
Hmm.
So, if that was a soapbox, I apologize, but I hope that it wasn't lost on you that there's no children in the film, there's no nudity in the film. Some of the language is coarse, but it's necessary. But even the language isn't really that vulgar considering the subject matter. It's just done through a performance like Rachel's, where you see this is a wounded soul and a wounded artist who never really stood a chance. When that happens from age 11 and 12 on, the eccentricities of the character, the lashing out of the character, is that you almost don't know reality anymore after a while. Everything becomes a film set. And on film sets, as if anyone who's ever spent time on a film set, it's not a reality. It's a warped hierarchy on a film set. And the power dynamic is very unhealthy. And the eggshells that people walk around on film sets are unlike anything else, and not a healthy environment for kids. So I'm glad the film worked for you. It sounds like it did.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I appreciate the fact that you said there are like the things that are not on this film, included visually, are fully there in the weight thematically,
Yeah,
and that gives it its, I think, a real power. I think that's
that proves my point, doesn't it?
yeah.
And I think in other films, a film like Substance with Demi Moore,
Yeah.
you can't make that statement in that way. You can't make a statement about aging actresses in Hollywood being phased out because of age, and then use one of the best looking 60-year-old actresses we've ever seen and have her naked half the film.
Mm,
I
mm.
just think that's the height of hypocrisy. Again, they have every right to make the film. I just think that's a strange way to make a point.
Honestly, to you both, I really appreciate this. I know we're just out of time, but John, Rachel, thank you so much for the opportunity to chat with you about this, about Everyone Asked About You. It's very powerful. It's
Thank
a
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Hope that everyone will stream it. It
Yeah.
will be streaming October 28th, and you'll be able to rent it. And
And do us a favor, if anyone asks you, hey, you got any films to recommend?
We'll get
Maybe once it's available on Amazon, say, hey, I've got a film that you might not have heard of. And if you would be so kind, steer them towards it, because we'd love to grow our audience.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the chance to help get the word out. So
Yeah.
thank you.
You.
you so much. Have a great day to you both.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
nice
too.
meeting you.
Wonderful.
Nice to meet
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.